Hey, we on? Yes, we are. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Just came back from the women's handgun course, and I thought I'd talk about that a little bit. I shot a little bit while I was there, and I'll put that up next video, so it'll be like a boom boom. I know, lots of videos today. I'm seeing somebody walking down the hill. Maybe one of the late sisters. Look, it's important for everybody to know how to defend themselves. And one of the best ways to do that is with a firearm, right? We can't really walk around in our day-to-day life carrying rifles, not in any kind of normal life. And so carrying a handgun is kind of what we're set with. And knowing how to use it properly is important. I've taught a lot of people how to shoot. I've taught basic firearms instruction, and since we're talking about handguns, I'll just stick with that. I've taught basic handgun instruction up through advanced handgun instruction. I've taught men, women, and children. Go figure. In my experience, all things being equal for the instructors, like good instructor, women do a better job instructing women how to shoot. There's a lot that goes into that. Men are macho, we've got testosterone, we're warrior hunters, right? And so when we start dealing with, firearms in our hands, that comes out even more so, and those words come out and those techniques come out. And women are nurturers and life givers, which doesn't mean they can't fight like a banshee when they have to, but generally speaking, that's how they are. And for women who are brand new to firearms or novice level, having some dude up there talking about, double tapping twice in the chest and once in the face, whatever, it doesn't go over well with a lot of them. And they get scared or nervous or agitated, pick whatever word you want. And women have a way of navigating those waters because they're women too. And so my wife teaches, and I remember when she started doing it, it drove me a little bit crazy. It's like, that's not how I would teach it at all. And she's like, yeah, no kidding. She starts out when she teaches handgun instruction, basic handgun instruction, in classroom with a lot of classroom. She gets the students completely familiar with and comfortable with the inert object called a handgun, unloaded, and how it functions, how it works, don't be afraid of it, yada, yada, yada. She goes over all the safety stuff, of course. And then she goes over how this thing works, whereas guys are like, let's go shoot this thing for the most part. And then when they go out to shoot, the way she does it, she wants success. And she sits them at a table where they have a braced firing position. They can lean across the table and rest their hands on a pillow or something. That's stain on my hands from yesterday. And they're shooting pretty close, man. I think they start out about 3 to 5 yards. She tries to get them to shoot light loads when she's in total control of setting the whole thing up, like 1-on-1, 1-on-3. She has them all shoot this 38 special with wad cutters in it because the combination, it doesn't kick and it makes pretty little holes in the target. But she wants them to hit the target right away. And so after she's given the instruction on all the things, she gets them up close and they hit the target and then they get praise. Well done. And then they start backing up from there. Double hearing protection, earplugs and ear muffs. She tries to take all the scariness out of it. And there's a lot of encouragement and a lot of you did great and a lot of clapping of the group. And the women like it. And they do well at it. And when they leave her class, they know gun safety. They know how to properly fire their handgun, how to load it and unload it, and hit the target from about 10 yards away. It's kind of where they stop that class. But they're all very competent with it. And 10 yards is further than the vast majority of y'all have a shot in your house, right? Most people don't have a 30-foot shot in their house. So, and you can hear right now they're shooting. I think she shoots 2 at a time. Might be able to figure that out when you look at the video. I just shot how many chairs are at the table. I don't even remember. But it's important. I think in a lot of ways, men are the worst teachers of their women. Because you know each other, you're at an informal level, right? So you've got that barrier broached. And I mean, I'll just lay it out there. I have paid thousands of dollars to send my wife to several firearms instruction schools around the country where they all taught her stuff I already knew how to do and had taught other people how to do. But she learned it better from other people. And it turns out that's the case with a lot of people. And, that's my fault, not my wife's fault, right? But whatever it is, it is. So here's my thing. And I guess I'll wrap up with this because I know I'm rambling a bit. I just expended my brain on writing for the Warriors, Jarls, and Berserkers. Car en route. Having a firearm is good, but you have to be instructed in how to use it properly. And by instructed, I don't mean my wife's basic course, but if you haven't had a basic course in firearms instruction, by whatever form that is, you need one. And I tell you who the worst about it are guys, because we let our ego and our testosterone get in the way. I can't tell you the number of times I've had guys out on my range who have all the toys, all the things, all the holsters and gear and rifles and pistols and shotguns, and they can quote all these different statistics about things, and they are just either unsafe, and they have to get the stern face and stern commands from me on the range, or they just don't shoot well. And they don't shoot well because they've never been properly instructed. And when they're given instruction, they let their ego get in the way and they don't listen. Whereas a woman is like, yeah, I don't know how to do this. Show me how to do it. And then they do what you tell them to do. And wow, imagine that. They're good. Right? But you need instruction in your firearms. And so if you haven't had it, why not go get it? Sign up for an NRA course or find a course around you, a local gun shooting course, or pay some bigger bucks and go to a bigger course. I'll tell you this, go into one of the combat, either carbine or pistol courses. You will be wasting money if you haven't mastered the basics already. You could get a lot more out of the course if you already mastered the basics. I remember once I went to a Gabe Suarez extreme close range gunfighting course, which was excellent. He's a great instructor. I don't even know if he's teaching anymore. But there was a couple there who didn't know how to properly load their handgun. And they spent, I think, $400 for a 2-day, maybe $450 for a 2-day course. And the course started above their level and didn't slow down for them. Because they said in the write-up of the material when you sign up for the course, you should know how to do these things before you come here. But for whatever reason, they're like, Gabe's famous, I want to go to his course. And I pulled them aside and I said, there's a firearms school near you that I've been to, my wife's been to, I've had friends go to it. You guys should probably go there. And that was, the Handgun 101 course, right? How to load, fire, reduce stoppage, manage your ammo, and a couple positions of shooting. That's basically everybody's Handgun 101 course. But, do things in steps. Don't just go, I'm going to the sniper school when you don't even know how to zero your rifle, right? So think about that. But hey, yeah, get some instruction. Get some proper instruction. When you go to the range, you shouldn't just be making noise. You shouldn't just be going, yeah! You should go with a purpose in mind, and you should shoot for that purpose. And you should attain your objectives on the range. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your ammo. Go out there and get better at what you're doing. If you need to, go find some instruction. All right. I'll put the other video up right after this one. It's what we're doing. I'm a little bit busy this week, so, you know, bear with me. All right. I'll see y'all out there.